The world is changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months.
What you see right now is the illusion that people have had for many decades about the workplace being this secure place to work the rest of your life.
For the first time in the history of our nation, our children will not do as well as us.
We've seen our friends get laid off. We've been laid off. We've had our pay cut.
People are overworked and underpaid. They seem to have less time and less freedom. They live under constant pressure.
This is going to be forced. And so even if your employer loves you, they may have to cut you.
There's something wrong that on Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases by 35%.
Technology is accelerating, job security is declining. It just doesn't seem like the old models of making a living are as reliable as they used to be.
Every aspect of our lives, there's a better way out there, but we're still doing it the old way.
We live in the greatest country on the planet, and there are a lot of people sitting around complaining and being cynical.
Like everyone's whining about this old model, and I'm like, why don't you leave it? Look at all this over here. Look at all this opportunity.
Since so much of our lives revolve around our work and the way we make our living, many people are thinking there just has to be a better way.
The biggest challenge facing our world today is not making money, is what are we going to do with all the displaced, unemployed people?
People are afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. People are afraid of the unknown. People are afraid that maybe I don't have the skills.
Hey, sports fans. Industrial age is over. It's dead. It's dying. That's why going to school to get a job is an obsolete idea. A steady paycheck is an industrial age idea.
Well, good evening. Great day to you. Isn't it time that you rise? It's time for you to rise up, man. Do something about it, woman. Woo! Are you looking at what's happening in the world today? Are you looking at what's happening in your world? If you don't rise up, man, your household is doomed. Your neighborhood is doomed. Your county is doomed. Your city, your state. Man, the nations don't have a chance. They're waiting on you. So look, we already know you have been looking high and low, far and wide. You've been looking for a better way. Well, I'm here to let you know you have come to the right place. If you're hearing me, just type yes in the chat bar. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and type yes on that stream. I'm ready to go. Let's elevate this thing. Let's rise up. It's time for you to take your place. Take your stance. So people are getting on this platform. They're getting connected with what we're doing. They're asking, well, what is it exactly that you do? What are you all doing over there? Well, let me tell you, I'm going to show you exactly what we do. And I'm going to run through this so clearly that you're not going to have an excuse not to rise. So what we do, we first of all register for a free gold accumulation account. Now this step right here starts you in a global home-based business in over 149 countries because of your connection in this registration. And the main premise of why we even register for the account, the gold accumulation account, is so we can accumulate gold. We can save 24 karat 999.9 pure gold. And you can do that for yourself. You don't need anybody else's opinion. You don't need anybody else's input. You don't have to research or Google it. You can get connected, get set up, and get started right now. And then because of a great opportunity this is, because of a life-changing scenario you have connected with, you're not going to keep it to yourself. You want to help others and share with them how to do the same thing that you did. Get registered for free, save 24 karat 999.9 pure gold, and then help some other people, and then begin to earn residual income as the team duplicates and as money moves through the system. That's it. That's simplicity at its best. Simplicity breeds duplication, and duplication brings forth success. Yes, indeed. Now, look, there's nothing mandatory about this thing. Everything is optional, and there's no cost to register. So after knowing what we do and what's going on, well, let's roll back and find out, what is your plan? What are you doing? Look, you've been in the house, been sequestered, been quarantined, you've been locked down. What is your plan? Where are you in your life right now? I mean, let's look at 5, 6, 7 weeks ago. Where were you then? And now, where are you now? Did your company shut down? Did they furlough everybody? Did they release everybody from employment? Has your check stopped? Are you on unemployment? What do you do now? Where are you at? I mean, where would you like to be in the future? You know, you had dreams in the beginning, right? And then those got squashed by reality, and you just started living life the way you were living. But look, if you keep doing for the next 10 years what you did the last 10 years, you're not going to reach your goals. I'm not going to ask the question. I'm just going to tell you what it is. And the truth is, we do not have enough time to keep doing what we've been doing. Man, we was good. Everything was cool. I mean, we finally started a family. Everybody was happy. Now we're at that point where we had to have that talk. And what was that talk about? Telling everybody in the household, you got to go to school for 12 years, college for 4 more years. Then you're going to work until you die. One of the kids said, great. And then the other one said, that system's broke. Well, no, the system's not broke. It's working the way that they created it to work. And you may be out of place. Well, let's look at where you are, though, because you got to know where you are to find out where you're going, right? So let's look at your particular matrix timeline. Yep, just like I said, you started school around 5 years of age. You graduated high school around 18 years, and then you went to 4 years in college. You graduated at 22, but oops, you decided, look, I want to be a professional. I want to be a specialist. I want to be a master degree person. I want to have a PhD. Ooh, that's 21 years in that educational system, only to set you up so that you can get a job. And then you start working. Seems like it's pretty cool because they're giving you a paycheck. But look, you're exchanging your time for a check. And now you're doing it for 5 years, 15, 10, 20, 35, 40 years of hustling backwards. And now you have retired and you are happy. Woo! Ecstatic even. No, that's not the face I see on the lady. She looked like she's worried. Why would she ever be worried? Because the pension that she thought she had on the job, they cut it. The 41K, the K program that she was in, they cut it. She has no liquid cash flowing into her hands, into her household, in the economy in her own home. So now what she has to do is she got to take that big house and downsize. But that didn't help because there's still not enough. So what does she do after that? What does he do after that? Man, get back into the workforce. Oh my goodness. Who wants to jump back into the workforce? If that's you, type in the chat bar, me, 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 me. Facebook, type in the chat bar, me, 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 if you want to jump back in the workforce. Here's another alternative. Just wait a few years and it'll all be over. Man, you don't want to leave this earth without your goals fulfilled, without your dreams fulfilled. Kenneth, come on now. That's what I'm talking about. You should be mad, but don't throw the computer out the window. Don't throw the keyboard across the room. Just do something different. Because look, we don't have enough time to keep doing the same thing. I mean, look, we started out fine. We had big dreams and was dreaming big, and then we settled. We settled for the house. We settled for the car. We settled for the line at the security checkpoint because we didn't have any status. But what's your dream? Look, you better connect with somebody. You better connect with a mentor like Mr. Ty, Mrs. Valerie Best. You better read books like the Dream Chaser Manifesto so that you can see your way through surviving the jungle of non-dreamers, and then start dreaming big again, because when you dream bigger, Woo! There's your dream. It came right back. It popped back in. That wonderful luxury villa, that estate that you always had your eye on, the real vehicle that you wanted to drive. I mean, talk about private travel, private jets. You're just waiting for your traveling partner to come through so you can get on the private jet and move over to the private island, where you're going to spend as much time as you want to. Why? Because you don't have to be anywhere. No clocks coming with you. But see, if you don't position yourself and find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. Trust that. And I didn't say it. Warren Buffett said it. But I'll tell you something that some other great man said. If you don't find out what real money is, you'll work until you die. Well, wait a minute. They've been paying me with real money, right? No. The definition of money is real simple. You better get this. Money must be a store of value. It must store your labor. It must be worth as much or more in the future as it is today. Does that fit the bill for what you've been getting, what you've been exchanging your time for? No, it doesn't. Man, don't tear nothing up in the house, but just begin to think. Begin to look at your brain and how it's been trained. And begin to look at what are the keys to building wealth. How can I make this thing happen? How can I make it work? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to share it with you. 4 keys to building wealth, and you have a great start. You start here. Create residual income. That's the money that Warren Buffett was talking about making when you're sleeping. And then accumulate appreciating assets. Do that simultaneously while you're creating residual income. And that way you'll be in position to outrun inflation and win. And you'll be in position to utilize the advantages of the tax code. Wait a minute, tax code? Why is that even a subject on this particular presentation? I'm going to show you why.
Oh my gosh.
Where's all your money gone, Donnie?
Taxes. 6, 9, 10, 11. Let me fix my houses.
Bug, it's okay. It's part of the game.
No, it's not.
It's not fun. It's not fun to what?
It's the worst part of the game.
It's what?
Taxes.
So why would that be the worst part of the game? Well, it depends on where you are in your life. So let me ask you, what is your tax liability? Well, look, I was sitting in a meeting with Robert Kiyosaki, just listening to the words that came out of his mouth, and he let us know about his cash flow quadrant that he shared with the world years ago. And look, if you are in the E quadrant, that means you're an employee, your tax liability is 40%. 90% of the people of the working class are there. If you're in the S part of the quadrant, that means you're self-employed, your tax liability is 60%. Wait a minute, how did that happen? Yeah, you'll figure it out in a minute. But when you start really doing things that you really should do, that you're really looking at doing because you're dreaming bigger, you get connected with the big business system, and now your tax liability is 20% because you have a system. And then when you become an inside investor, ooh-wee, you can be as smart as some other people that we have heard was smart. Let your money work for you, and your tax liability is 0. So what you really need is a leveraged business that maximizes the B and I quadrants. That's where your smartness is going to come through. So what are you going to do about that? What you going to do? Have you looked at the answer? Have you looked at an opportunity? Have you looked at something that you can do? I'll let you think for a minute. All right, time's up. Let's look at the quadrant again. Let's find out what part of the quadrant you are actually in. So linear income versus residual passive income. Active income is trading time for money. Passive income is not dependent on your presence being there to earn the income. So let's look at it again. On the E quadrant, you have a job. Time equals money. There's no leverage there. You're doing it all by yourself. You're an employee. And then you decide to become self-employed. Now you own a job. Time equals more dollars, which is the reason why your tax liability is more. But guess what? You still have no leverage. Now, when you get on the passive income side, you own a system, or you're working with a big business that has a system. People are working for you. People are working with you. Now the people equal dollars. Now you have leverage. That's what I'm talking about. And when you get smarter and continue on going further and higher, you get to that inside investor position. Now money is working for you. Isn't that what you've always wanted? You dreamed about it. Matter of fact, your dreams were so big, you was dreaming, you just saw money coming up, but you didn't make the move to make it happen. That's how it's going to happen. So look, I want you to learn now how you can start a simple and duplicable business with Karatbars from home. I mean, you're going to be there anyway, right? That'll give you financial security, financial independence. It gives you hedging in times of crisis. Anybody seen a crisis lately? And of course, there's free customer and affiliates account connected with Karatbars International. So as you know, and even if you don't know, I'm going to tell you right now, Karatbars International is a registered e-commerce corporation based in Stuttgart, Germany, founded in 2011. They have international shipping of products to more than 140 countries worldwide, specializing in the production and sales of high quality gold products in small transaction-friendly ways. Now, look, we've had some representatives go to the headquarters just to check it out, like it really needed to be checked out, right? No, it don't even need to be checked out, but it was a blessing for them to go there. We heard Dr. Rhonda Hollis say earlier in the presentation that her and her husband, David, went over there. They met with the brilliance of Mr. Harold Sykes. They saw the headquarters. They saw that Mercedes-Benz was right across the street somewhere in the neighborhood, the same business district, that high-end business district. This is real stuff, folks. And yes, it was founded by the brilliance of Dr. Harold Sykes. Dr. Sykes is an author, very accomplished. He's a founder of Karatbars International. And look, his books that he has authored, The Future of Money and Think Big, you definitely want to get your hands on that. And if you don't believe it, read the mission. What is his mission? It's to produce the highest quality gold available in the market. Guess what? That's done. Check that off the list. And make it easily accessible to the masses of honest people around the world at a price point everyone can afford. Check that off the list. It's done. Mr. Sykes says, my goal is that Karatbars helps millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt. And guess what? We just got an update on that mandate, and we are running. We are working toward building a team of customers and affiliates to the tune of 1 billion plus. Are you with us? Let's go make it happen. Well, I mean, whether you're with us or not, what Mr. Sykes has put together with gold in small increments, I mean, this thing is brilliant. And there's a cloud of expert witnesses that will corroborate the same story in the same position. JP Morgan, you know that person, right? Some of your cash might, never mind. He said, gold is money. Everything else is credit. Go to his bank and see if you can get some gold. Nope, ain't gonna happen. And then another witness, Mr. Alan Greenspan, the former head of the Federal Reserve, he said gold is always accepted. And of course, that great, brilliant man that we listened to and we've heard and we sat with and we're connected to, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and the creator of the Cash Flow Quadrant. He said gold is God's money. Now, with a cloud of witnesses like that, what are you gonna do? Well, I'll tell you what we do. We register that free account because now we know where and how. So you simply complete your registration by using the link that the person that invited you provided for you. Become an affiliate. That's in the event you want to earn income. And you do want to earn income. Yes, you do. So register your free account, click on Become an Affiliate, fill out the information requested to complete your registration. You are going to receive an email from the company. Once you get that email, click on the link to validate your account. Then your account is turned on and you can go to the free software that helps you manage, administrate, direct your back office activities from anywhere in the world, and you can log in. You put your username in that you selected, your password into the captcha code, and boom, you are in the system. You have a comprehensive set of software that you can move to, you can connect with, you can utilize the black menu bar to navigate through the information on your software. It's yours. You can do it. And as we get everything set up, what else do? We pay ourselves first, not last. The #1 millionaire secret is to save gold, not paper, by exchanging declining paper dollars for the world's best tier 1 appreciating asset, which is gold. But see, you do that by habit, right? Excuse me, most of the things we do is by habit. So let's look at the money movement habits of the working class and the wealthy class. Money is moving, right? It's always moving. It's either moving towards you or away from you. So when the working class exchange their time for a check, they get that check and they begin to spend. They have a list of the things that they want, the things that they thought that they need, and sometimes it is things you need, but they spend. And then after all the spending is done, they may end up saving a few pennies, a few dollars. You know, why was the piggy bank born? Never mind, we'll figure that one out later. But the wealthy class, their money movement habits are different, because every time cash flows into their hands, they save and invest. They already know to put their money to work. And they don't stop there. They then circulate the rest, because they know it's coming back. It's coming back, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Increases on their mind. They're out of the spending game. They don't do that. Now look, these habits are formed from the way your brain is trained over the course of your lifetime. So how does your brain get trained to do this? Well, who are we around? What do we see when we're around them? What are we learning? What do we do? Well, for the working class, most of them are reading. Yeah, I'm reading. What? Romance novels, murder mysteries, playing games, watching movies, having fun. While the wealthy class are doing personal development, reading books like The Richest Man in Babylon and Automatic Millionaire, Think and Grow Rich, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. They are training their mind so that they can be prepared for cash flow, residual income. How about you? Where do you want to be? Well, here's why we get gold. Since you mentioned it, we get gold because way back in 1920, when cars came on the scene, you could get a new car for $645. Or if you were smart enough to have someone that had gold, you can get that car for a kilogram of gold. In 2020, same car, newer model, bigger price tag, $40,000 or 1 kilogram of gold. Price stability is another reason why we get gold. Well, why else do we hang around gold? Why else do we accumulate gold? Because of the everyday grocery. You go to the grocery store in 1998, and I know you all did it. You got a basket full of groceries for $20. Woo, man, you was happy. Because, you know, when you feed people, you're going to get happy. And then in 2005, you know, you roll up a few years, 20, the bill got different in looks, but the baskets got bigger, the packages got smaller, and you were not even able to fill the basket. You had to get less for 20. And then 2020, man, quit lying. You cannot fill a picnic basket with anything for $20. I was there, I did it. So look, if you want to spend $20 in 2020, forget the picnic basket, get your 2 or 3 items and put your 20 down, walk out the room. That's why we accumulate gold. And now here's the gold that we accumulate. Look at it. It's in a credit card style card with secure features. It's physical. It's not an ETF, not paper promises of possible gold that you'll never see. And then there's the notes that have the gold embedded in them as well. And those notes and those cards can also be digital so that you don't even have to touch them. You can move them from account to account, from merchant to merchant, from city to city, state to state, country to country, and it's convertible. You want to have cash? You can. Man, leave my money in gold. All right. So look, I want to talk to you about the compensation plan, because somebody told you that not only are you in a position to save your money in gold, but you can earn some income by helping other people. Well, let me tell you something. Let me give you this disclaimer. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This presentation is not designed to give you financial advice. The following examples are going to show calculations for illustration purposes only and is not a guarantee of income. All right. Now, here's a challenge, though. A linear income cannot outwork exponential inflation. You got that? That's why in Karatbars International, we employ the group economic strategy. So what is that group economic strategy? It is leverage and, drum roll, exponential growth. I mean, how can you leverage anything without exponential growth? I mean, J. Paul Getty gave us a hint and a clue, a wealth principle, if you will. I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. You could try to lift a car by yourself, and you might have a couple muscles where you can do it, but shoot, you get a bunch of folk, that is leverage, and exponential growth is when more and more people connect with you. So let's talk about saving, sharing, and earning. When you register your account, you are automatically connected to the unilevel system. And we're going to talk about the unilevel bonus, because that's something that you get just by simply registering. You haven't spent any cash, you haven't moved any money. All you did was register and begin to help some other people to get registered, and then engage the main premise, which was to save gold. So you save gold for yourself and share with others how they can do the same. You get that free account set up, and then after you get that free account set up, you sponsor some people. The example says 5, but why would you stop at 5 when there's 7 billion people on the planet? Every time you see somebody, you can share the information with them. How many people do you want to help? Do you want to help anybody? I don't know. But the bottom line is you are registered in the account, and the unilevel system in that free position will set you up to get paid 6% monthly to infinity. And all you have to do, remember, you be compensated through the unilevel compensation plan by simply helping other people to get in position. Now, working simultaneously with the unilevel system is the dual system. The dual system is active when you acquire a package. And we've got 7 different packages that you can acquire. We've got several others, but the main thing is you want to activate yourself in this dual system at a VIP status, gold status, silver status, or bronze status. Now, to turn on that dual team status, you've got to have a package. Now, look, here's a brilliant way to make this work. We're moving money through the system. So you exchange your paper currency for gold in the system to acquire your multi-gold package. Now you're ready to activate all the income streams within the dual system, one of which is called the direct commission. Now, the direct commission comes to you in your hands. Oh yeah, talking about flowing money towards you. Yes, prerequisite. You've got to have that package in order to turn on that dual team status. And once you do, you help someone to get started as well, and they get a package, and you're going to receive a 10% direct commission. They're going to duplicate those efforts. They're going to receive a 10% direct commission, and then you'll receive a 3% direct commission. And because of group economics, it's going to continue on. The duplication never stops. So the person that they helped and got registered gets a package. They're going to receive a 10%. Your person's going to receive a 3%, and you are going to receive a 2% direct commission. Direct commission to 3 generations. That's what you get. And that's the workings of leverage and exponential growth. You've got to do it. Why? How does it work? So suppose you find 10 people. 10 people get 10 packages. You get 10% each package. Those 10 people duplicate the system, leverage and exponential growth, group economics, right? They find 10 people. Now there's 100 people on the team. You get 3% of 100 people's efforts. Uh-oh, here we go. J. Paul Getty kicking in. And then they find 10 people each. Now there's 1,000 people on the team. You get 2% of 1,000 people's efforts. Now that's just 3 generations. And again, that's just 10 people. There are people on this platform that have sponsored 50, 100, 200, 250, 500, 400, 300. I mean, people are not stopping. I'm wondering who's going to be the first person to say, I sponsored 1,000 people personally. That person is going to have an oh, happy days. You hear what I'm saying? Every day of their life is a great day. So you get immediate payments, real time. That's why you want to make sure you continue to log into your account. That software that you can utilize for free for life and watch the movement of money on your behalf. So those packages are called multi-gold packages. And in the packages are several benefits depending upon which package you get. There's gold that comes along with that package. There's discount cards that come along with that package. And there's what's called gold matching. Now, gold matching will depend on the package that you have and the package that they get. The key is you want to get the highest package you can and encourage them to duplicate that system. Why? Because you want to make the most money you can, right? Let's make it happen. And you can log into your account, get back with the person that invited you, talk to your sponsor, and get that situation explained. Gold matching, I'm telling you, that's the perfect scenario. So look, let's look at another part of the dual team status, the dual team bonus. So in the dual team system, you have a left team and you have a right team. And every time anyone on your left team or your right team acquires gold packages or other products, it creates units because every product in the system has a unit value. And because you turn on your dual system, every time movement of money happens and they get products or packages or anything, gold, those units are accumulated on your left team. So when you accumulate 25 units on one team and 50 units on another team, you kick off what's called a dual team payoff. That's dual commissions, DTP for short. And those DTPs will accumulate to infinity. So there's an infinite number of DTPs that will occur because they never stop. Why? Because people will always be added to the system because you invited someone who invited someone who invited someone who invited someone, and everybody gets a package. Everybody gets a package. It doesn't matter which package you have, but get one because you cannot turn on the units until you get a package. So you want those dual team commissions to come and you want that team to grow. You want to help as many people as you can because you are setting yourself up for 180,000 dual team payouts per week. You can get your calculator out if you want to. You are 6 years too late because I had mine out 6 years ago looking at that number saying, oh my goodness, let's go. Come on now. Yes, indeed. I'm getting all choked up because the cash flow doesn't stop. Let's look at the matching bonus. Because you have started to help other people and they are added to your team, everybody gets a package. You've got a VIP package. You get a matching bonus every time someone that's under your position that you helped gets a dual team payout. So every time a dual team payout occurs, you're going to get a 5% matching bonus of that dual team payout. And let's not talk about the Karatbars automatic and long-term incentives. Yes, let's talk about them. You can earn this just by simply doing the general premise of the system. Saving gold, helping people, making money, growing the team, helping them grow the team, and those long-term incentives are coming your way. From the Karatbars leather bag to the Karatbars writing instrument, the Karatbars bracelet, the bicolor Rolex. Man, I can't wait. Mine is on its way. And Mr. Dalco, I'm gonna get the same one. Yes, I am. Why? Because I know the founder of the company, and I just believe that he'll do that for a brother. Yes, he will. Not only that, the Mercedes-Benz are coming down the road. You can earn a C-Class, an E-Class, an S-Class Mercedes-Benz. Select which one you want or get the equivalent in gold. It's up to you. This system is built with you in mind, built in your favor, and the only thing I see in this system in you is good success. And of course, everyone is in line for and running toward the prime property. Yep, someone in your lineage is going to receive that automatic long-term incentive of that prime property. Where do you want yours to be? Well, let's continue on moving forward, building a team, helping people, accumulating gold, and making money. And as we make money, they're going to put that money on our own personalized Karatbars MasterCard. And that's for spending. And then we'll also earn gold. Now, this gold will be in excess of the cash flow that they put on your card. Man, there are so many advantages to this Karatbars system. You've got to put yourself in position. So the Karatbars advantages are very plain, very clear. I mean, we're not playing games here. Karatbars International is going on a 10-year-old company. Started in 2011, operating in over 140 countries worldwide. Now look, been completely vetted and completely researched by the multi-billion-dollar corporation FedEx, who does business everywhere in all the 195, 96, 97 countries of the world. They deliver everything everywhere. You think they checked it out? Of course they checked it out. That's why they do business with us and we do business with them. And of course, I heard today, man, it was so funny. This company called MasterCard came. Now we could have used Visa, but Visa is what I heard was they said it was a slave card. I was like, I had to laugh at Dr. Dominic Curry. He said we could have had Visa, but Visa is a slave card. But instead, we were vetted and we were researched. We were checked out by the MasterCard. Come on now. I know where you want to be. You want to be connected with MasterCard, just like Karatbars is, just like I am, just like thousands of others who are receiving residual income on their MasterCards. Yeah, they're the master. They walk in that store, people looking at them like, what, did you just use that card to buy a car? Yes, that's what a MasterCard will do for you. And there are close to 1 million affiliates and customers worldwide. We're going to get there. As a matter of fact, we're going to far exceed that. We will be in excess of 1 billion customers and affiliates worldwide in short order. Just keep watching if you want to watch. Participate if you're ready to participate. But whatever you do, just do something. It's a complete support system that's available just for you. There's no cost to register, as I've told you several times, and the person that invited you told you too. There's no mandatory monthly fees or expenses. There's 24/7 multi-million-dollar software. I mean, this software is available to you on a smartphone. It's available on a tablet. It's available on a laptop, a desktop, a server computer, supercomputer. Just make sure you have internet access somewhere in the world, and you'll be able to utilize this software to manage, administrate, and direct your account affairs all through life at no cost. And the product, the main premise, 24 karat, 999.9 pure gold. Get some in your hands, get some in your vault, get some in your account, move it through account to account, move it through merchant to merchant, and see how it's going to work for you. This is the new way of doing business. And look, it's a complete wealth building system. You're in the right place. You've been looking for it. You found it. Let's go. So let's get you started. There are 3 things that you want to do after seeing this presentation. 1, you want to help people. That's what you want to do. Why would you want to help people? So that you can engage group economics and engage leverage and exponential inflation, exponential growth. The second thing you want to do is you want to save gold. Yep, you sure do. Why do you want to save gold? I already told you. Look at the replay of the presentation if it wasn't clear. Or better yet, there's presentations Monday through Saturday, 12 noon and 9 p.m. Eastern time. Go ahead and make it happen. And the next thing you want to do, I guarantee, I'm going to prophesy, you want to make money. Yes, you do. You want to earn income. You want to earn gold. You want to have cash flowing in your household for the rest of life. So look, get back with the person that invited you to take a look at this great phenomenon that shared Karatbars with you, and let's get you started. Because look, there's no place like home, and you are home. Thank you so much for being connected tonight, and stay connected, because we are in a world that works for everyone.